Lou, it's good to catch up with you, man. Who thought that we'd be sitting here chatting about Ken Houliston?
Yeah, no, Ken Houliston is good at bringing people together.
He is absolutely
I think
good
that's really the talent that we're looking at here, isn't it? I'm basically, at the moment, I'm working also, well, maybe a little bit more on the infrastructure of getting people together. I work on transport. We've set up a company that's got a white label back end that provides the NDIS ready systems that we're going to need in the third sector to try to get people to and from jobs. And I think that's why Ken also said that he wanted me to come and chat in the area of transport.
And when you think about transport, I guess that takes me back to a story I remember talking to Ken about, and particularly in the western part of Logan City, is the challenges around public transport. You know, there was always this story about how difficult it was to get from the west to the east or the east to the west. You know, so transport has been an issue that Ken's been working with across all of the organisations he's been involved with since I've known him. But I think Bringing my family to Logan about 23 years ago, I think we came here chasing what was arguably then one of the best schools in the country, you know, and we're still here now, and I'm bringing up a young family now, and the reality of the type of leadership this city needs, you know, to make the most of all of its opportunities, to be real with people. I think that's important. Have you sort of discovered that along the way? Yeah,
I'm with you on that one. I think this is where Ken's going to be pretty good for it, because he's got this real talent of getting people together, and also very community minded, and just the fact that he's gone out there and said, listen, who are the guys that I want to get involved in? You know, and he's thinking about the community and how it all fits together. And I think that's a real asset to this city. It's more, you know, you're getting a guy who's sort of coming from a community background into, shall I say, politics, if I can use politics, rather than a career politician saying, whoa, you know, there's a gap in the market. So it's actually really a response to the market, and that's why I really want to support Ken, and I know you two do as well, because of the fact that I think we're going to get that real community engagement. We're going to get politics meeting the people and meeting the infrastructure, and if those things come together in Logan, I think things look really good.
Yeah, look, I agree, and I think you know, my dealings with Ken, he was always one of those guys as a local that you would hear about before you met. You know, you hear about this guy doing this stuff, you know, you hear about this guy involved in this organisation or that organisation, or pushing this idea, or knocking on the doors of politicians. And then when you meet him, you actually realise, he is a man of his word. He is going to carry through. And I think that's the reason why I've got on board for Ken Houliston for mayor. You know, Logan City is a great place. I've always believed that from day one coming here. I agree with what you're saying. Blue sky opportunities. We've got development opportunities, you know, for the next 30 to 50 years of build time of development of Logan. Logan City needs a leader who's going to be connected to the people but understands the needs of development. So it's someone like Ken, for all those reasons, someone that won't back away from making the tough decisions. You know, in the times of need, we've seen that over and over again with the organisations that he's been involved in, the networks and groups across Logan that he's been involved in. Actually is not afraid to be in the game.
And not being afraid to try the new things and sort of go in there and say, hey, let's give this a go. Because I think that's what we really need in Logan.
That's the reason, all of those reasons that we just talked about the last few minutes, they're the reasons why I support Ken Houliston for the Mayor of Logan City.